All right, I'm waiting for the click. I am waiting for a click. All right, there's the click. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's me, Donovan. I'm not going to take up too much of your time this morning. I did make sure that my microphone is turned up, so that's a good thing. It is July 17th, 2025, and it's 8:25 uh, in the morning. I got an appointment in like 30 minutes. Um, What is on my mind this morning? Well, we've got some cooler temperatures here in Southern California. So, today shouldn't be no more higher than 92, 93 degrees, dry heat. So that's a blessing. Um, what I want to talk about is I was talking to a friend of mine, right? We're at the gym, you know how you go to the gym and some people sit on the machines. I don't sit on the machine. I go for an hour every day and I'm out. My arthritis kicks in. I have to keep moving. So, but anyway, and I hate going to the gym where you can't find the accessories you need, and if you do find them, they're really raggedy and stuff. So I started buying my own accessories, or I bring the ones from my home gym parts. Like my tricep curls and my push downs and stuff like that, because you can't find them. People just they sit on them. So anyway, I know a lot of you guys don't even know what the hell I'm talking about because you don't go to the gym, but that's okay. So I'm at the gym and I'm talking to this lady, and she's an older lady, and um, she's in city government. Okay, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, because here in California the ICE raids are pretty, they're pretty intense here," and I could see the administration's strategy, because I'm a strategic thinker. I could see their strategy. When you target the big cities that have the most immigrants, you're going to make the most impact, right? So I can see this. It's a strategy. New York, Chicago, Miami, Los Angeles, you know, um, Las Vegas, the big cities that have a significant population. You make a big impact. So, the lady's just talking all that liberal stuff, right? And she's in city government, so she's pretty well off. Let me say that. So we're talking, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, who's going to? Oh my God, Donovan, I can't get a hold of my gardener. I can't get a hold of this person. I can't get a hold of, And I'm listening to her talk, and I'm just like, you sound like a slave owner. From my readings of the antebellum um, period in the United States, and if you watch the old Roots, what were some of the arguments for why slavery should continue? Some of the old Southern slave owners was, of course, it was paternalistic, right? Oh, these people are uncivilized, and we treat them, we're giving them civilization, and we're showing them how to do this and whatever, which doesn't make sense, because if the black people are building everything, how are you showing them? Another story. But one of the arguments Southern states made, even in the halls of Congress, was if you get rid of slavery, the Southern economy would fail, because you have nobody picking the cash crops, the cotton, the tobacco, the just the pecans, the food, all that other stuff like that. That was their main argument. We need slavery to make money, and if we don't have slavery, the economy's going to crash. So I'm listening to this lady, and that's what I'm hearing in my mind. You know what I mean? I'm like, what? So you think a reason for illegals to stay in the United States is so somebody could tend to your yard, so that somebody could fix your car, so that somebody could paint your house, somebody could, whatever they're doing around her property. And I was like, wow, she's a racist and she doesn't even know it. She is advocating for a slave class. She didn't tell me, oh, well, the immigrants need to come here because, they're going through such a hard time in their country, and they're fleeing oppression. They're fleeing war. Oh, there was a natural disaster. No, she's saying, who's going to do the things for me? Who's going to pick our gardens, and who's going to pick our fields and our fruits and our vegetables? And I was just like sitting there looking at her like, she's serious. This woman is serious. And she's a liberal. She's a liberal. I was like, oh my God. This is where we're at, you guys. Look it up. Look it up, look it up, look it up, look it up. I'm not on here to rant. And another thing is I want to bring up is some of you guys who are die-hard Democrats, and that's your business. You're starting to sound like me a little bit now. Now you guys are starting to see what is going on. Hey, I don't need your flowers, An apology would be nice from some of you guys, but obviously you guys aren't going to do that. But regardless of, how you go about what you're going about, like I've shown you guys, both of these parties are shit, okay? It's common sense. Do you feed your children first, or do you feed other children's first? You feed your children first. Then anything extra, maybe if you could help, your neighbor. You always do that, Hey, good morning, Octavius. Good to see you, man. How them grandbabies? Hey, the best way to turn a Marine or Army or a mean dad into a teddy bear is to give them grandchildren. Yeah, that's the best way. And I could already see from the pictures, you ain't got it no more, dog. You ain't got it no more. The coolness is gone now. You're just like chilling now. You're just like, hey, I'm good, man. So very happy for you guys, man. Your legacy does continue, and that's a beautiful thing. I don't have any grandkids yet that I'm aware of. But hopefully one day they'll come. And, if you like what I say on here, if you don't like what I say on here, I ain't doing all this crap for you guys or myself. I'm doing it for those grandbabies. Because 20 years from now, if we don't make a stand now, those kids will be 20 years too late. It'll be too late. They'll be wiped out. They would have no voice by the time they come of age. One of the biggest mistakes our parents made during the civil rights era is they stopped the revolution. Thus, we are here now. So I don't want to make that mistake. So I'm going to fight for those grandbabies, your grandbabies, my grandbabies, so that they will have a voice down the road. Like me or hate me, agree with me or don't agree with me, we can't agree. There is an agenda to wipe out black culture in this country. You can't tell me there isn't. You can't tell me there isn't. It's right in our face now. We got Democrats that do for everybody else. They will go to the carpet for illegal people, but won't do nothing for American citizens. Much less give black people reparations, but they can give all these other groups reparations. Karen Bass, a black woman, formerly married to a Hispanic man. When they asked her about reparation, I'm very sure you saw the video. She's like, huh? What? Acting like she couldn't hear. But here she is in a press conference talking about we're going to give cash money to migrants. Los Angeles, that is in $1 billion deficit. They are $1 billion in the hole. Where are they getting this money from? Oh, it's from private donors. Who are these private donors? Is it the cartels? Because how else are you going to get the money? See, so, we got a lot of work to do. So I just wanted to get on here real quick. And Octavius, keep showing those pictures of those babies. They're beautiful, man. They are beautiful. And you got a boy and a girl. See, so you get, as a grandfather, you get treated both worlds right off bat. Usually, the first grandkid comes and it's a boy maybe, and you're like, okay, yeah, I'll just do this and have fun with him. Then you got to wait till the other one comes like a year later. Then the other one comes, and then your attention is diverted to the new baby, because the new baby's fresher and smells better, and whatever. You get it right off the bat, boy and a girl. So you have to be even-handed the whole way through. So I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy. I wish that would happen for me, but most likely, because I got two sons, most likely one's going to have a baby and then the other one's going to have one right behind it, like with like they're months apart or something like that. Because my brother and my son was born and then a month later his daughter was born. So my son's about a month older than my niece. So it usually works that way. So sometimes, but yeah, but we got to keep the pressure on them, keep waking people up. Some people took the short bus to school. Some people took the regular bus to school. Some of us walked to school. Eventually people are going to get it, but they cannot deny what is going on right in our faces anymore. And my point, speaking to us black people, is we're on our own. There's nothing else that needs to be said, nothing else that needs to be done. We need to stop electing these black servants that don't do the work. If they aren't going to do the work, you're not going to be in there for 40 years like Maxine Waters doing nothing. You represent South Central Los Angeles, which is now Hispanic, but you live in Pacific Palisades, where all the rich people live. She owns a property that legally says she lives there, but she lives somewhere else. No longer. The message to black representation is, if you don't do what it is we're telling you to do, you get one term and you're out of there. That's how it's going to be moving forward. And this is what we got to teach our children. Keep your eye on the ball. Keep going. It starts at the grassroots. I'm teaching my kids, well, they're grown now, but I tell them all the time, go to city council meetings. You got a smartphone. You don't even have to be there physically. You could watch it on YouTube. They post the agendas up. It starts at the local level. How the hell are you a member of a community or a city and you don't even know what's going on in the city? You see a new business and it's a surprise to you. You should know what businesses that they are bringing to the city. You should know and be able to name all of the city council members. This is what we have to teach the next generation so they don't make the same mistakes that we made. The biggest FBI bribe in history happened in my city because I wasn't paying attention. When I heard that and the FBI raids were happening all over the city, I was like, what? I was totally out of it, right? Because I just retired from the military. I was out of it. I was upset, and I've been involved ever since. And I don't want to make the same, I don't want the next generation to make the same mistakes that we did. We're getting robbed deaf, dumb, and blind, and no Vaseline. If you're gonna bend, if you're gonna bend me over, could you please use some Vaseline, something? So I don't want the kids to make the same mistakes that we did. Get involved in your city council. I mean, like I said, you don't even have to get involved physically. But if you have nothing to do on a city council night and you want to see comedy, go to your city council meeting. Go to the city council meeting. It is comedy there. So anyway, I got to go hit this therapy appointment, VA therapy appointment, because I'm angry, as you guys see. Yeah, that fool's got PTSD. That is one rating they will never take from me, is the PTSD. I'm rated at 100. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Be blessed. And again, stay prayed up. It's not going to get it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. So handle that. We'll see you guys a little bit later.